Welcome back to Morgan's video blog, Morgan's online blog in video format. Today, I'm here to share with you tips on building an online community. Now, we all know that the internet can be a cesspool that just encourages the worst of humanity, but it can also bring people together. It depends where you hang out and who you're hanging out with. Whether you found a supportive group that shares your interests and hobbies, or a group that just tries to bring you down to their level. At Worldcon 2019's Building the Science Fiction and Fantasy Community Online panel, Christopher Davis, Heather Rose Jones, Elio Garcia Jr. from Akira, and Kat Taneka Okopnik shared tips they use to help the online communities they moderate thrive. So, for most of us, when we reach out online, we're looking to connect or put ourselves out there, and you do you. But unfortunately, not everyone online is full of good intent. Some people are intentionally trying to disrupt things for the kicks. Sorry, trolls, I'm not supportive of you. So there are 7 basic ways to suppress trolls in online communities. First off, let's address a common misconception. The common phrase, "don't feed the trolls," advises people to just ignore antagonistic comments, which actually turns into a way of just ceding space to them and lets them take over a community. Instead, you should have clear rules and expectations and not be afraid to mete out punishments, such as deleting threads or comments that they make, temporary bans from the community, or permanent bans. Now, one way to discourage trolls is to be in a space that requires a consistent name for the login. Even if it's not a legal name, having a name that a reputation is attached to can make people want people to value them and recognize them. Reddit does this very well, depending on the subreddit. The more reputation and following a username has, the more attached the user is to it, and the less likely they'll act to destroy the community that they've helped build. Because without that community that's given them that reputation and recognition, they're going to have to start over. So, third way to discourage trolls is delete comments and threads, of course, whose topics or language are banned. Don't memorialize bad behavior. Now, if it's a discussion that should be happening, open up a new channel for that topic, but keep a close watch on the people to make sure that it doesn't start spiraling down again. And remember that comments are coming in real time, and that sometimes it can be challenging to see who actually escalated things after the fact, especially if the comments are coming on 2 different or more on multiple threads. So, the 4th way to discourage trolls in an online community is to remember that a push to enforce civility can be used to hold the status quo and inhibit growth. Sometimes people need to be called out on their actions. Being nice isn't necessarily the best thing. It ignores problems. It forces people to work around issues instead of working through them. 5, this is a little bit of a downer, but people will find a way to break the spirit of the rules, even if they don't break the letter of it. That's why you need human moderators who aren't afraid to draw a line in the sand and say, this is unacceptable. Now, clearly, we all want to be supportive of people and we want to defend our friends. As a warning, if you speak up strongly to defend a person or a group, especially one that you're not a member of, you can cause a strong pushback against the very people you are trying to defend. Back when you want to be a good ally, back them up, show support, but going on the attack can often backfire. Be careful, you don't want to hurt the people you're trying to support. And finally, number 7, as a moderator, be careful who you stop an attack thread on. If you shut down with the attacker having said this horrible thing without letting the defender reply, you've effectively given the attacker the last word, which clearly was not your intent, but effectively that's what you've done. So that's just a warning for moderators. All that said about trolls, here are 4 ways to encourage a supportive community. First off, be explicitly welcoming of people of color, LGBTQ plus people, people of different genders, of different abilities, etc. Make sure that everyone knows that they are welcome and that this is their space and your space and everyone's space, rather than, oh yeah, of course they're welcome, rather than, of course we are welcome. Make them part of the community, not just a tolerated minority. Secondly, delegate tough topics to contained threads. That makes it easier to track and easier for those who aren't up for that discussion to avoid. Third, remember that not every discussion is going to end in perfect agreement. We're human, we all have differing opinions and ideas, and that's okay. The important part is making sure that everyone's humanity is recognized and that people's identities are not a target. And fourth, remember that not every member is actively posting or even liking things. Lurkers might be feeling just as part of the group as regular commenters, but there's a visibility coming in from them that we don't necessarily have going out. Make it easy for these audience members to make the switch to participant. Have semi-regular posts inviting them to de-lurk. By promoting the behaviors you want to see and making the space unwelcoming for those who would seek to destroy it, you can promote a supportive and friendly community. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I'll be back again next week with more writing tips and writerly musings. Bye-bye.